both going at the same time. Hey everyone, it's Arien with Arien Gabriella. Welcome new people. So I'm currently live on Instagram and I have another whole camera going for YouTube because first I cannot download my Instagram lives and post on YouTube, so I just have two cameras going. Let me light a little bit of sage here as well. All right, so I hope everyone had a great start to their 2023. I'm super excited about this year. I feel like it's going to be insanely fun, insanely exciting, as long as our boundaries are good. So one thing that I have to, and a lot of us have to work on, is sacred boundaries, practicing sacred boundaries, because like duality is, I don't know, I just feel like there's if you're on the right path of like love and light and harmony, I feel like 2023 is going to be one of your best years ever. And if you're on the path of egoism and narcissism, it could be one of the toughest years ever. So it's like a very dualistic year. I just think that there's going to be a lot of contrast, and I think that we just need to be ready and prepared to be able to handle that contrast, you know, to be able to open our arms wide to love, respect, honor, and care in all forms, and be able to quickly move away from any egoic, you know, manipulative forces or energies. So for 2022, or really it's 2023 now, I started this grid a couple of weeks ago. It's been sitting here for about 2 or 3 weeks, and really what it is it's a releasing ceremony for me. So what I've done is I have my grid here. I have triangles. Triangles for to me is a protective shape and a sacred shape, and I use the Sri Yantra, like this is obviously not a Sri Yantra shape, but I use the Sri Yantra with the continuous downward points of the triangle and the continuous upward points as a triangle, as many as I had. We only have so many triangles, to create kind of a sacred container of safety and protection that I could use to help with the core focus of this grid and this spell that we're about to do, which is for forgiveness and healing. You know, in order for us to really accept and be present with our joy and all the amazing things, we have to kind of forgive what's moved on. And I had like what I consider to be a very serious betrayal that's been going on with I won't get too much into the details because I don't feel like it's helpful, but you know, people who would call themselves, like, say that they're close to me, say that they care about me, and then, you know, manipulate me, take advantage of me for anything from material gain, you know, to vacations or whatever. So now it's time, or really I started this process in December, and we're kind of putting the kibosh on the bulk of the work. It's just saying goodbye, thank you, but I am releasing any frustration, animosity, any resentments now, so that they can just leave on the winds of 2022 and step into 2023 with renewal and grace and just beautiful, wonderful, heartfelt love, and taking my lessons with me so that I don't make the same mistakes that allow for this level of disrespect and toxicity again. And then also what I've done is to kind of submit that, as I've taken pieces of paper, and on each piece of paper has its own thing written down. It's personal to me. So I have people's names, like people who I need to forgive that I maybe have hurt me very recently, or even like a long time ago have hurt me, wrote their names down and just said, like, you know, any residual energies having to do with this person, these people, these situations are henceforth forever sent to source to be transmuted into love. And this grid is helping now with the selenite, which I consider to be a very cleansing and purifying crystal. So I have the whole thing wrapped with selenite, and because it's so cleansing and purifying, it helps provide that sacred space to just say, you know, bye energies, I'm welcoming in the good, I'm healing my heart, and I'm going into 2023 with renewal, with purity, and, you know, a cleansed, open, childlike nature. Rose quartz, obviously, for self-love, forgiveness, and malachite, which is an amazing heart healing crystal as well. It's beautiful. It's just an exceptional crystal for helping healing the heart, helping get rid of anything that, I don't want to say block the heart, because I don't think that you can really have, I don't believe in a blocked heart chakra per se, but I do believe that, you know, there can be trauma and things that could cause the heart to protect itself excessively. So this is making sure that we heal what needs to be healed, but we make sure that we move into 2023 with a sense of, you know, just because I was hurt doesn't mean that, you know, everyone's terrible. You know, that is just a trauma response, a shadow response, and we're releasing that as well. This is also great for healing any physical issues. So, you know, if I have a couple health things that I'm working through that I also wrote on my pieces of paper, and all of this is in the grid. Everything that I want to for self-forgiveness as well. I have a couple things, you know, that I've written down for healing and forgiving myself so that I can heal. So all of that is on my pieces of paper, and we're going to get started. I'm going to take these two crystals off because we need to make space for my candles. And these are rose quartz and green calcite crystals. And now what we're going to do is just get started with the spell itself. Give me 1 minute. I need to get more little candle holders. Let me just set up my candles. And as far as the cards, we have Eagle Spirit, Ancestor Spirit for ancestors healing. So this will be really critical as well, because ultimately, you know, it is like an ancestral karma releasing that I'm doing here with the work and the healing and forgiveness of this. Saint Germain, karma releasing, again, goes into the ancestors healing, but using the energy of, you know, helping with Saint Germain's violet flame. Master Buddha, increase awareness. This is learning and just learning through difficulty and having a discernment be stronger and more profound. And then the Miriam, which is sacred vision. Oops, there goes my Buddha. Sacred vision. So this is choose to forgive in order to heal, see the light in all, remember that love has no boundaries. So, you know, again, being able to stay open, to stay clear, to stay loving, and to be able to make sure that my boundaries are set from a place of love for myself, because ultimately, like, if I'm not winning from a situation or from an interaction, in a way, no one is winning. Like, the best outcome is always outcome where everybody wins, and not where someone is being taken advantage of, or, you know, being lied to, manipulated, stolen from for like material gain or anything else. So, you know, this is just to remember that when we have to put our foot down or say no to people, it is for the good of all. And also the Miriam, like the symbol that she has here, that the Miriam has, I have a necklace with this exact same symbol. So I think it's really, really cool. There's a lot of synchronicity there for me personally. And of course my Ankh, because my Ankh is here for everything. This is a beautiful, one of my favorite symbols to work with. Okay, so just give me a moment while I get more candle holders. Okay, so I have, hold on. I've added my pink candle here on top of my crystals, or a purple candle for transmutation, pink for heart healing, and green also for deeper heart healing. And then also it could be, you could obviously call it like high heart, low heart healing, which I've seen some people do before, but I just think it's an all-encompassing heart healing activation. Blue candle for speaking your authentic truth, standing up for yourself, and even, you know, exerting your own like will and force, and not allowing people's agendas to kind of push you around. I feel like that's huge for 2023. So you have a candle to help that in, and then silver just overall kind of for protection and clearing. So I feel like we have enough. I'm contemplating a red. It's not a terrible idea. Ooh, I think it does actually. Let's go ahead and do it. I have been itching to cast a spell because I only have so much table space. So a lot of times I have a spell that I want to cast, but I have this grid going. So I'm super excited to be able to take this grid down to say goodbye to, you know, anything that's not serving me. leave it in the past, and then this is the first day of my best life. That's how I see it. And I have so many fun spells planned. I'm definitely going to do like a love spell or like a twin flame spell. It really needs to just go. Damn, okay. It needs to go there. That's okay. Okay, so my grid is a little wonked by the candles, but that's okay. So let's get started. Next, I'm really all I have to do with my invocations. The grid is set up. I've explained it to you guys. I can't wait. 22, I've never been so excited for a year. Usually the year comes and I'm just like, man, whatever, who cares? Another year, I didn't notice anything, but I am so ready for this year. Okay. Let me start by dressing my candles. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. I got this like bottle when I, oops, okay, it's not nothing on it, but when I went to like a retreat for a Lightworker 613 event, and I feel guided to use this oil because I think it's infused with the energy of Jesus. It's like a healing oil, and I just feel like this is very much a Jesus like thing, like forgiveness and stuff like that. So I'm gonna put this oil on my pink, green, and purple candles. I don't use other people's oils a lot, but I really like this one from Lightworker 613, so I really enjoy that. And then on my red, blue, and silver, I'm gonna use some of my own oil. I'm gonna put my ancestors healing that I made a while back. I did a video on this on my red candle and my blue candle. A little goes a long way, so I don't feel the need to, just gonna rub it gently. And actually I think I'll put some ancestors healing on my other candles as well. I think it needs to be on all of them. Lady Gaga's Perfect Illusion has been popping into my head. And I think that is kind of a theme song for kind of all the con people out there, like the people who don't really have your best interests at heart. Like they are masters of illusion. But ultimately, you know, it's your job to kind of see through it, right? I mean, Earth is a place where you're going to be challenged, you're going to be tested, and I think that one thing that I just have been working on is realizing that, you know, just because I may not have done as great as one of my like literal tests as maybe I would have, or maybe I did do well, but I didn't 100% ace it, that there's nothing wrong. Like it's, you know, it's okay to have moments in life where things that maybe go the way you want them to, or you feel like you kind of got jacked with, you know, it's just part of the learning. And as long as you don't make the same mistakes, there's really nothing to fear. Okay, so I'm putting some of my self-love herb, because ultimately it's just coming back to self-healing, coming back to oneness with self, healing what's within. Because I'm a firm believer, if there's just some tweaks, I don't necessarily think that there's anything, just because you had something happen to you that was hurtful, that there's anything wrong with you or your energy. I don't really believe that, but I do believe that, you know, at some level, you control what you allow to an extent. So I think that for me, I've noticed in a lot of anything that I've gone through where I've had to forgive, the forgiveness was primarily like a self-forgiveness. and then it morphed into something else. Like if you can forgive yourself, it makes it a lot easier to forgive others, because other people are a reflection of you in a way. Anything else? I'm gonna put some of my deep soul healing. I'm gonna put some of the herb. Don't think I need the oil on the other can. Well, my herbs are getting all over. Oops, there we go. And now let me do my self-love on everything. Just a drop on each one. Ooh. I do enjoy mixing oils. Ooh, there we go. All right, so everything is dressed. I'm gonna add another herb though. I don't believe it's in my other one. Actually, it might be. So this, I'm gonna add some, what is this? Don't have the name on the package. It's this red flowery thing. Oops, oh my God, my grid. That's why I have the tablecloth down. Because my wood table under here is burned. Something to talk about. I feel like 2023 is going to be a huge discernment year. Like, I think everyone's intuition is getting so much sharper. It's so much easier to see like who's who really has your back and who doesn't. And I think that one thing that I had to learn, especially for me, is just like, it's literally what it looks like. I think sometimes I make excuses for people, or I'm a little bit too, like I see the red flags, but I don't change course. And I think that 2023 is a year where it's like, you need to change course if something's not working. Like, don't hesitate, just trust your gut. If you're getting vibes that don't feel right, if you feel like you're getting stuck or, you know, entrapped in something, it could be a situation, it could be a job, it could be a relationship, anything that makes you feel stuck. I feel like 2023 is the time to make moves away from that and to focus on what brings you the most benefit. Okay, so let me go into my invocations. Just give me a moment. Ooh. One other thing that I'm gonna do. Hold on. All right, so then the last thing that I'm gonna do is I'm being guided to put a symbol on my purple candle. So this actually is not a symbol that I came up with. I've been watching like Pamela Arielen's work, and she's been giving out light codes, and she has a violet flame light code that she gave out on one of her recent channelings. My Instagram people, I like, if I could link, I would. So Instagram people, you'll just, if you want to find it, you just have to look up like Pamela Arielen's channel. It's the violet flame light code. My YouTube people, I'll put a link for anyone who's interested in it. So basically what I'm guided to do is to carve that symbol into this candle, since I'm already working with like violet flame. So I'm just going to do that. Let me figure out how to even draw this on a candle. Okay. All right. Okay, I did it. Oh, and let me get my piece of paper out from under here, because once I light my candles, I'm just gonna burn these in the fire. So let me get my piece of paper out from under. And of course, I have my Merkaba shape in the middle, which think I've spoken about before, right? So it's divine manifestation. That's how I view it anyway. So it's a strong manifestation symbol. It can also be a like a return to, like, I consider the Merkaba shape with like the 2 points to kind of be very much related to our original DNA. So I also see it as a return to the original DNA, like type of situation as well, especially in its 3D form, like the Merkaba shape. So that is why I also have that here. Okay, so let's do my invocations, and then I will go ahead and light this puppy up and be on my way. Happy 2023. Okay. I don't feel the need to do an invocation for each individual candle, but just feels like one big thing. So let me just give me a moment to just receive an invocation. I didn't write one ahead of time. On this day, January 2nd, 2023, I hereby declare that all past resentments, hurts, harms, betrayals, and any residual energies that may exist in my field as a result of these hurts, these traumas, these shocks, are surrendered now unto the loving arms of spirits and my portal guide to be sent back to source. It's time now for me to release these burdens as they no longer serve or resonate with the beautiful future that is unfolding for me in 2023. I forgive myself for the ways that I've judged myself, that I've exacerbated the pain through self-criticism, self-hate, and other forms of mental self-abuse. I release these toxic tendencies into the divine fire that I am about to burn here. And may these energies be transmuted by the violet flame with the help of Saint Germain. I know is here with us now in one form or another. 2023 is a year of transformation, a year of reunion, and a year of celebration. And with this release of pain, hurt, suffering, and mental turmoil that I lay down here on this altar of forgiveness, may this be replaced with the light of abundance, joy, open-heartedness, and generosity. In 2023, may new heart-centered, loving, ethical connections enter my life. May my world be filled with only people that care about me and whose only intention is to love me. May people who have agendas fall off of my timeline. And may my boundaries be firm to ensure that taker energies, energy suckers, or any self-serving energies remain out of or on the outskirts of my reality entirely. May the abundance and blessings waiting for me in 2022 come to me swiftly and quickly through this clearing. May healing, physical, mental, and emotional healing come to me swiftly. I receive all the love I have waiting for me. I receive it now. I claim it now. I live in joy forevermore. And so it is. Okay. So that was the invocation. I felt it. I don't know if you... I'm sleepy now. Oh my God. Okay. So let me charge these candles. Ooh. Let me charge each one of these candles individually. Then I'm going to light these puppies up. And as I'm lighting the candles, I'm also releasing. So I'm just imagining like anything in my field that needs to be released that I've just mentioned. It's kind of like a black sludge that's just kind of going into the candle. And I'm envisioning a violet flame just burning it all away. So it is. So it is. And each one of these candles, I'm getting a different vision, like, and it changes with each candle that I go to, but each one obviously has a different energy. With the pink one, I saw like childlike wonder, inner child healing, like love and happiness. With this one, I saw like the white eagle spirit and my own ancestors coming in to help with the red, which for me is a tie to the bloodline. For this green one, I saw happiness and success, like me helping others and others being happy by me helping them. And this blue one, I'm getting a vision of like the Miriam. So I think it's interesting that it's associated with sacred vision. Anyway, let me finish charging. And then my silver one. This one I'm getting a visual of my portal guide, Hades. Definitely has a protective energy for sure, but like healthy protective. Always. All right. Okay. Anything left to do? Let me open a portal as if I haven't done that already, but let me just do it one more time. Okay. So this is the invocation I usually use to open a portal. I like it to do it consciously and deliberately. Okay. I open a portal now to unconditional love. May my intentions for forgiveness and healing flood to and through the portal. May the toxicity be released through this portal. Only divine love of the highest, purest nature is allowed here to assist with this conjuring. Thank you. Okay, awesome. So it's all done. Do I need to carve anything else? Let me carve a couple of things. I've already charged, but I'm just going to carve my name and the things that I want on this blue one. Because I feel like it's just important for this. I feel like 2023 for me is the year of blue and green. Super important for that one. Okay. It's raining up a storm here. And I feel like my grandma always used to say that when there is a rain, it's washing the footprints of the dead off of the ground. And I feel like that's what I'm doing with this spell. Like, I feel like all the toxic energies in whatever form they came in are just old, dead things that need to go. And this spell is the rain that washes them away. Obviously, I'm carving it in here, but it doesn't have to be like perfect. Okay, so I've invoked, I've charged. Let's light. That's this candlelight. So this the violet flame of transmutation burn throughout my being, healing, purifying, cleansing. Doing the deep cleanse it needs to do in 2023. May my heart be open to love in all its forms. May my discernment and will be strong and powerful. May I always be protected by the divine. May I have heart healing and healing of ancestral karma. Ooh, oh my god. Okay, let's use my purple flame to light my red one. That violet flame needs to go through the whole bloodline. Okay, we did that thing. It's all lit. Oh, it looks gorgeous. I always love candles. Let me put some more sage on. Ooh. So let's do that now. So one by one, I'll put it in my violet flame. Every piece of paper that I've written down. Uh-oh. This could go awry. Let me get a something to set it in. 'Cause I don't know if it's gonna work if it's just. Yeah, let me just have a backup plan here. So I have another candle holder over to the side, but I'm gonna try to get the paper in the center, but it might not work. Okay. I don't remember what this was for. I wrote the paper a couple weeks ago, but it's burning. There we go. Whoops. That's okay. Whoops. That's okay. I knew it was ambitious. Let me replace. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so I'm just gonna relight the candle. I personally don't think it's a bad omen if a candle goes out. I know some people do, I don't. I mean, stuff happens, so, but, okay, so instead of trying to do that, I'm just gonna burn the candle and set it aside. I have like another candle holder here, so I'll put it in on my purple candle and then just set it aside. So that way it doesn't snuff it out again. And I'll do that with each piece of my paper. And I'll wait until you can kind of see it burning. There we go. Alrighty.